We got two different knives we're going to be checking out today in this video. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we've got a knife from Kooby. I believe this is probably the first piece of gear they sent to the channel for me to review and share with you guys. In the past, we were checking out Kooby's via the Pass Around group. And then we also have a Remette knife. This one should be pretty interesting. It's got some pretty neat features going on, so that was going to be exciting. All these are going to be linked down below. Just like this knife right here, straight out of my pocket. This is the Otarida from Penrose Knives. I've been really carrying this one a ton. Check out the top 5 most carried knives video here for the last month or so. It's a recent upload in the channel if you haven't checked it out. I shared this and 4 other knives I've been really carrying a lot over the past 30 days or so. Well, here we go. What is this Kooby all about? Let's go ahead and get in here and waste no time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about, yes, a fixed blade. And I believe this one is something special because I believe this is one of Aries EDC's designs. I believe this one is the Bloom, right? One of Scott's Halpern's design. Let me go ahead and make an incision here because this thing is sealed in this plastic. Let's go ahead and get it out here. Bada bing, bada boom. We get a Kooby little card right here and about 1.5 feet or so of paracord, which is nice. Other than that, a pretty straightforward unboxing experience. But here we go. Ultim on the scales. On the handle here, obviously, it's going to be see-through. We got that micro milling diagonal pattern going on. That's exactly what I like to see. There's your full tank construction, obviously with some milling for weight reduction. Let's go ahead and get the blade out here. Bam, here it is, guys. The Bloom from Scott, aka Aries EDC. Now, I got a chance, I want to say, to check out one of his custom blooms here in the channel, right? You can check it out, Miguel EDC Aries Bloom, and you'll be able to see that video. So he made that, or still makes that, I believe, as a custom knife. He actually does a pretty good job with the handle and everything and the steel he uses. But I'm really glad that he licensed this design to Kooby to make a budget-oriented version, which is what this one is. We're looking at a stone wash finish here, 14C 28 in steel. Flat grind drop point blade. There's the Aries EDC logo there. And check out the quality on the stone wash. All right, looking pretty good. Get a blade profile, got a plunge grind, little notch right here that also clips into the pocket clip nicely. And maybe zoom out a bit. I know you guys like to see a little bit of a static shot right there. All right, looking nice and elegant. I like the sort of curvature here on the handle. And then we're going to check out as far as the ergos go. Let's see, we have, it's going to be pretty much a smaller fixed blade, right? It's a small EDC knife. It's going to be about a full 4-finger carry. And then if you put a lanyard, it'll probably give you a little bit more real estate in the grip department. Obviously, there's no forward choke option or anything, right? That's going to be your finger guard right there. And I believe, was it Scott or was it someone else that they were under their philosophy of, hey, an everyday carry blade doesn't have to be the biggest knife you own, but it can be something small but practical. And obviously, this one checks that box for sure. Do you really need the biggest knife you have, right, for those everyday tasks? It really all depends on what you got going on. But most times, right, something small like this would absolutely get the job done. There's some jimping for some additional grip. Nothing crazy or uncomfortable, just enough to get you a good, decent grip. And the ergos are pretty comfortable. I'm going to go solid 10 out of 10 right here. Obviously, in an ideal world, right, an extra maybe 1/4 inch would have been nice on the handle. But that's, again, pretty intentional. We're looking at TA hardware here on both sides. And again, I like the Ultim detail, right? It actually looks pretty good. There are other handle options available you can choose from. Of course, I'll have a link down below so you guys can check all the other variants available also, right? See which one speaks to you the most. But I do like this grip. You can do some tip work. You can do a little bit of tabletop cutting, right? Have a little bit of belly here towards the front, which is nice. You have this flat area right there. As far as, you know, opening up Amazon boxes, packages, right? Cutting some cardboard on trash day. Absolutely a very capable one here. It's got some decent thickness on the blade there, 0.15. The average in the channel being 0.12. So very capable. And then as far as the handle width here, about 0.47, which the average on the channel is 1/2 inch or 0.5. And as far as the sheath experience, right, goes in pretty easy. No rattle of any kind. Don't have a ton of options here to adjust. I think maybe you could go to these two if you wanted to. You have this adjustable universal spring-loaded button one, right? You got multiple different holes. You can go the longer distance or the shorter distance, depending on what you want to do. Pretty standard stuff, pretty universal clip there. And then as far as the pull force, right, that's pretty solid, right? Not too weak, not too stiff, right? Just enough. I do like that. If you're a lanyard person, right, you could do your lanyard with this included paracord, or, you know, just make one yourself, DIY it if you want to. But this one's making a great first impression. I absolutely love it here for everyday carry. Very capable, small form factor EDC knife for sure. we'll go ahead and come back to this guy here in just a second. Let's see what Remette is up to. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this one here. Looks to be a premium folder. Do we have a hint somewhere? Yes, no. It's called the RT Infinite Power for when you don't have enough power and you need more power. Here we go. Let's go ahead and check inside. We got a wiping cloth, and here is the knife, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's take a look. For starters, it kind of gives me vibes of the Remette Swordfish sort of eyes. Kind of like this coffin-looking profile. Obviously, the Swordfish was a gravity knife. The blade came out the front. It was an OTF, or a manual OTF in this case, because it was indeed a gravity knife. But in a way, if you cover this and just show me this portion right there, that definitely gives me Peregrine Falcon vibes, which again, another very iconic knife from Remette. So I really dig this sort of darker brown here with the sort of gold there in the pivot area, right? Kind of like a bolster looking little pivot area, goldish finish. Now, of course, it is going to be a pivot lock. We're going to get to that in a moment, but just want to appreciate the diagonal milling, all the lines here on the titanium handles. Yes, we do have titanium here, no pull. Got only pull here from the hardware itself. The pocket clip, guess what? It is about that much deep carry, and it is reversible on the other side. So I do like the attention to detail. No pull there on the pocket clip, and it has a little tritium, little slot right there. If you want to do a little tritium insert, you absolutely can. Looks like we're going to have a safety switch for when the blade is open. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and send it here. It looks like it opens on this side, not on the opposite side. That's why we have a massive, I want to say, titanium backspacer. Yep, absolutely. So if you're ready, I'm ready. All right, here we go. Bam. Oh, man, that was... Hold on a second. That was actually a little snappier than I thought. Let's try it again, right? This is going to be your back flipper, and you can also do a front flipper. And, of course, use the pivot itself. But, bam, that is solid. Dig that 100%. All right, got some good action there. Front flipper, also solid. I dig it. And deploying off of the pivot itself, we absolutely can. Now, what I like about what Remette does is when they do in most cases, when they do a button-operated liner lock, or like this pivot-operated lock here, right, they do give you the option to still disengage as if it were an actual liner lock. So that's nice. We have a liner here with some jimping on it. Good access from the show side. Nice and easy to disengage. In case you're wondering, Miguel, you're about to cut your finger. Well, it's actually not sharp on this side. Right? In case you're wondering, it's not sharp on this side at all. It is only sharp on the one side. So it does have that very iconic dagger profile, right? Kind of like a flat grind going on both sides. But we only have an edge on this side, but not on the opposite end. So, you know, you don't have to worry about disengaging it as a liner. Maybe, you know, pulling it forward here with your index finger, letting it drop. That won't be a problem, right? Just a one side sharpness only. You got this hole, right? That adds personality to the blade. That's pretty neat. They could have done it without the hole, but something like that just adds a little bit of extra spice. Let me set it down so you guys can take a closer look. Miguel, you move the knife around too much, man. Let's take a cool picture, man. Okay, I got you, fam. Here we go. Take a look. I mean, it's a very, needless to say, very symmetrical knife. Right? I do like the symmetry a lot here. That is very, very nice. Here's the opposite side. By the way, there's the Remette logo on the non-show side. That's a pretty good place to put it. I don't mind the Remette logo at all. Right? It's kind of got the R and an M into it together. Not too bad. And then you can engage this guy. A little security, a little switch there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is right as close to a fixed blade as you can get with a folder. Right, this thing is not going to disengage. I can push the button a tad bit, but it's not going to come anywhere near close to disengaging this thing. I can try going at the liner here. That's not going to work. So, you know, it's like an added piece of, you know, safety feature, right? That gives you peace of mind. We recently looked at something very similar here with the Remette Cool Whale. This thing is an absolute tank, by the way. So the fact that you have that switch on here as well, and then you can disengage the knife unless you, right, move the switch back. I want to say when they did the Peregrine Falcon, it also has some concerns that maybe if you grip the knife a certain way, you can maybe push the button and disengage it on yourself, like so. Well, just to overcome that, 1000%, put a little safety switch there, and guess what? Even if you grip the knife however you want, in whatever shape you want, even if you put pressure on the lock itself, it is not disengaging at all. So that's absolutely the right call, Remette, right? Good job there. I know, again, the Peregrine Falcon had the original version without the switch, and then after some reviewers kind of gave Remette some feedback, they also added the switch to that model, and that's something that obviously we can see they are taking forward, like on this model, and also now on the Infinite Power, which again is a very, very cool name if you ask me. Got to kind of calibrate a little bit. It looks like it wants to bounce a little bit on the way back. So just got to kind of get a feel for it. Front flipper, again, pretty solid. No frills, no stress, just works pretty good. All three deployment methods are pretty nice. It's got some cool acoustics to it, if you ask me. We got some milling here on the non-liner side. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it, right? And then we got, of course, the liner there on the liner side. But it feels pretty lightweight for what it is. Obviously, the titanium helps quite a bit. In case you're wondering, is that brass? No, that's also titanium here. So we're getting no pull. The pivot itself is going to be steel. Right? We do get pull there, but not the actual goldish titanium around it. So that's a nice little touch. And I mean, it kind of looks like a pharaoh's tomb in a way, right? Like a pharaoh's coffin. Something from ancient Egypt in a way. I mean, it's a pretty cool knife. Not gonna lie, definitely gonna be a very cool knife to own in your knife collection, right? Is it gonna be the most utilitarian everyday knife out there? Probably not. But it's also, I mean, I want to say at this price point, it doesn't have to be a safe queen. This is kind of a cool knife that you can still EDC, right, and use regardless. When I think of this knife, I think of something like the Arch Nemesis from Sharp by Design, and those are pretty pricey custom knives, to say the least. I mean, first time I saw it, I think it was on MC's channel, Metal Complex, and I've been in love with the Arch Nemesis ever since, but it is a really expensive knife, over $1,000, custom made, very limited. I mean, something like this kind of gives you those dagger aesthetics at a much, and I really mean much more affordable price. It's got a bead blasted finish here, which looks really good. And I want to say that we get the steel. They'll probably hide it somewhere. There it is. Nice and neatly tucked away M390 steel, right, with a piece of hair. Wonder where that came from. We might have to do some forensics and see. All right, there we go. That's more like it. Just gonna toss it here next to some other Remette knives, right? There is the Infinite Power. Here is the cool Leopard that we just looked at. And then I got two more for you. This is the Meteor, which also implements, like I was saying earlier, a button kind of bolster lock that you can disengage both ways. So that is the Remette way. I do like that. And a pretty cool one also in my collection here is the WK1. This one has a removable shell on the outside. Definitely check out the overview on it if you haven't already. Right, I'll have links to all these down below in the description and pinned comments if you guys want to check them out. Prices, availability, and variants. But yeah, definitely let me know your thoughts on the new Infinite Power. Also, let me know your thoughts on the Kooby Aries EDC design, the Kooby Bloom. What are your thoughts on them? What do you like about them? What do you love about them? Any feedback, anything you dislike, right? Let's hang out in the comment section down below. Huge shout out to these brands for sending these in for me to check out and share with you guys. And a huge shout out to my Patreon supporters and channel members for supporting what I do here. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.